All right, good morning, everyone. Hold on, get a sound check. Oh, good morning, everyone. My name is Wayne William Sogro, Southern Tribe Fishing Lake First Nation, Saskatchewan, Canada, Treaty 4 Territory, Nakaway people, Anishinaabe. Uh, and if no one said they love you today, I love you very much. Again, we are together. It's a beautiful day to come together to celebrate life and to celebrate the circle and celebrate all circles. Little bit of, maybe some of you watch the news. I got quite a bit of messages out there for the children that were found at the residential school there. So we're going to we'll talk a bit, have a little moment of silence before we start this morning's meditation. But we're going to do a good smudge here. We're going to actually light the real stuff here. There we go. Yeah, Again, so thank you. Thank you, everyone. There we go. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, let's. All right. So start in the usual way. Let's get a little pinch of tobacco here. We've saged the area. A little pinch goes a long way. Let's go ahead and do that. Turn this off, turn the fan off. Okay. A little help from above. And Creator, Great Spirit, Kitchi-Manitou. Megwitch, thank you. Kawazana me, I love you. We love you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this circle. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for life. We are grateful for our last breath, and we are hopeful for our next. Come here for one reason, to celebrate life. That can look like a lot of things, both seen and unseen. There's gentle and beautiful powers, kindness, gentleness, compassion, courage. We come here to celebrate all other circles, all other nations and tribes. We understand they may look a little different than the two-leggeds. We will send prayers out to the four-leggeds, the standing people, the winged, the fish people, creepy crawlies and the slithers and all other life on Mother Earth, including Mother Earth. Thank you for you, both mother and grandmother. We are grateful for you, grateful for your life, grateful for your love and courage and gentleness with with the two-leggeds. Please have pity on the two-leggeds when we are suffering a lot. Come here today to thank our ancestors, the ones that have come before us. Thank you. They have given us much more than generational trauma. They have given us courage, passed down their love, passed down their life to us. And for this, we are grateful. Oh, all right. Good one this morning. So, again, we're going to take a little time out, kind of extra prayers this morning. I think a lot of people are saddened out there, and a lot of people in the indigenous country are hurt, and a lot of other nations are hurt too. So we're going to take a little time out. We're going to do something a little. We're going to have a little memorial service at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Elder Denise, Métis Elder Denise Miller, and I will do a Facebook Live here. So we're going to do the meditations. We were going to do a part of meditation, but it has to be completely separate unto itself. And so that's the other thing. And we're also going to take a minute here to just take a moment of silence for those 215 children that were that were murdered. But let's take a moment now and thank those in them, and let's thank those ancestors too that have. We gotta just be really gentle here this morning, and let's thank the ancestors. One more time. We can never thank them enough. My elders, Tony Stonehawk, those men that have guided, men and women that have guided me in such a beautiful and gentle way, and all those elders that have guided every one of you out there in a beautiful and gentle way. It doesn't matter if they're indigenous or not. Just, there's a lot of love that has been passed down too, and that's what we're recognizing this morning. A lot of love and prayers. The prayers of our grandmothers and grandfathers, they're the ones that really brought us here today. So thank you. Also, all right, so we're going to go right into what we usually talk about is hollow bones. So if you're new here, welcome. Hollow bones, again, is not only a ceremony, it's a way of life, being a conduit of the spirit. When do we do? The question was posed to me the other day: when do we stop being hollow bones? And that's we never. It's like ceremony stopping. It's like what we say at the end of every morning meditation. This ceremony may end, but the ceremony within you does not end. So it's Leonard Peltier said, my life is a Sundance, and he's absolutely right. Our life is a ceremony. So we don't ceremonies 24/7. We never close, and that comes from the heart. That comes from our ancestors. So from birth to death and everything in between, that's all ceremony. And if it's ceremony, that means we're in the middle of the hollow bones, and so we want to be the conduit of that love and light, that gentleness, that courage, that generosity, that kindness that sometimes we all struggle. We all struggle with this. We just want to do a little better than we did yesterday. If we made a mistake yesterday, just keep it in your rearview mirror and just honor the learning that has come from there. We don't have to take complete ownership of it today if we did it yesterday. We just want to take the learning and the value out of that. So anyway, I guess we just covered the question of the day too. So yes, let's before we restart, we're going to have that moment of silence again. And so if you have any sage there with you again, let's because we really have to keep a separate memorial for all those children that were found as young as 3 years old. I couldn't imagine what a 3-year-old did to get murdered, but I guess we have to pray for those. Pray for those too, and this is really important too, and this is a lesson that we really learned at Standing Rock a couple years ago. More than a couple years ago. We have to pray for everybody when it comes to this. We just can't pray for the children. We just can't pray for the elders and the families and stuff like that. They will also be included, but to be full circle, we have to include those who were the perpetrators of that. That's the way this goes. And so, memorial for because everybody's hurt right here. Everybody's hurt. We can't just choose one. We have to choose all. When we choose all, then here we go. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for that moment of silence. They said, if we had a moment of silence for every one we lost during the residential schools, we would be silent for 13 years. I guess we have to add to that now. So thank you. So thank you, everyone, for joining us in that moment of silence. And let's keep that love in our hearts for everyone today, for everyone. It's a sad day for everyone. Okay, so let's move on. We go over a couple books. We go over Daily Medicine. This is a direct result of The Hollow Bones. Much more creator success than mine. And we also go over Don Coyce's book, Meditations with Native American Elders. By Don Coyce. One of the other questions I had was, this is more of a recovery-based kind of book. It's geared towards understanding and connection. So if we're recovering from something that's just kind of being not a replacement for it is a replacement for the 12 steps. So those indigenous, there's people that are a little uncomfortable with a Bible-based, 12-step. We use the medicine wheel as a recovery tool. So today is Wild Card Monday. So thank you for all your suggestions. Please keep your suggestions coming. We do Wild Card Monday because tonight we have the women's and the men's circle, and we want to cover today's reading in those circles. So we're going to do it on Friday, and then someone suggests, why don't we do it Monday? And so the winner is, can I get a drum roll, please? So the winner is August 5th. Okay. So actually, I meant to write the name down of who did that, but I think it was Maureen. If you could, you didn't win anything. So let's go over August 5th. Yes, this is one of my favorites. Actually, they're all kind of like my favorites. They're really, they're really absolutely beautiful. So let's jump in. August 5th. Wow. Okay. And if we could put that in the feed there. We got a volunteer to do that. I know. I think I saw Maureen. I think it was Maureen or maybe Alice picked August 5th, but I don't know. I have written down somewhere, but I have no idea where that is. So, August 5th. The air is the color of humility. Water is the color of life. Fire is the color of the flame within. Earth is the color of the spirit. Wow. Where do I begin? Let's read that again, though. So let's let these words flow like the gentle breeze, and let that marinate our hearts here. So, August 5th, the air is the color of humility. Thank you, Chanel. Water is the color of life. Fire is the color of the flame within. Earth is the color of the spirit. Okay. All right, as grandfather would always tell me, Wayne, start at the beginning. Grandfather, where do I start? Start at the beginning. Okay, all right, well, that's, all right, well, that covers that. I can still see Grandfather roll his eyes like, Grandfather, where do I begin? Start at the beginning. All right. So, air, that breath of life. We all share the same breath. Every one of us out there, we all share the same breath. It's the same breath that our ancestors have breathed in 100 times over again. So we're rebreathing those prayers that are still out there. Those prayers, when we put them out there, they're energy and they float in the air, and they never go away. They're always in the wind and the breeze. They say, listen to the wind. Well, that old Indian saying, well, listen to the wind, it speaks, type thing. And so this is really what we're talking about. Well, why would we listen to the wind? Why would we listen to the air? Well, when we breathe in that air, that's part of our spiritual diet. So we're breathing in that life. We're breathing in those prayers. We're breathing in that love. We're breathing in that life. And one of the things that we're also breathing in, we have to remember is, it says it right here, the color of humility. What, color, is transparency, really. This is not the first time we're going to talk about transparency. Transparency is really huge. Transparency keeps us from being blind. Emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. Let's bring in, again, everything. If you sat with me enough, we will understand we always have to bring the medicine wheel in to our thinking, to our focus. Bring the medicine wheel in the middle, because we are right here, the center, right here, the center of all roads, life to death. Living this road right here, walking this road. Actually, it goes this way because I'm backwards, but we go this way right here. So that's where we are. That's humility. So air is a color. So that they're telling us that there's color out there. That there's a vibrancy. There's, like we're in the spring right now. This is the best time. Well, right now it's the best season run, until the summer, and then, until the fall is really a colorful season. But right now, if you notice, all that new color that's out there, all that love, that life, there's a million shades of green out there, Air is, but they get really specific here. And it's something that we should really take note of, is humility. Humility first. That's the first word in the book of the medicine wheel. This won't work. Life won't work. We as a species, we are struggling with humility. This is so powerful, so deep, so beautiful, so poignant. Let's go back to listening to the air. If we don't listen to the air, we don't listen to those not all voices speak, so we have to listen intently. We have to listen with different ears. We have to listen with our hearts instead of our ears. But this won't work. It's we're stuck. We're stuck in that place where, well, one, we only hear what we want to hear. Two, we only hear what we believe in. 3, we only believe what we can see. And 4, we only believe what we hear with our ears. And so we got to kind of take all those and put them aside and say, what are we really listening to? What is really out there? And there's so much beauty. If you... Story time. You guys ready for this? This is going to be a long meditation, by the way. We're just getting warmed up here, so just strap yourselves in, kind of thing, So story time. So tell this story a lot, and it's really, really beautiful. A story about lived in Miami for a long time, and we would go out, meditating by the sacred area there, and I'm just sitting there and praying, just so grateful, and just I would listen to the birds, and that's where I first started to play the flute. I would play the flute back to the birds, and I was just sitting there and just in prayer, just holding that space, holding that love. And had a relative come down from Onion Lake, Saskatchewan, and he said, well, he was really into that heart medicine. A lot of us carry different medicine. He was really into that heart medicine, and so we had long, deep conversations by the fire at midnight about the heart meditation. Really beautiful. And so I'm sitting there that morning, and I think, well, looking at this live oak tree right in front of us, it was beautiful. It's like really canopied over the sacred area. It was always like protecting it kind of thing. It was really beautiful. And I said, you know what? I want to see the heart of the tree, because in this really pitiful mind that humans have, we only think about this big, we really do. We have to think outside this to really grow and nurture. And really what we're talking about is humility again. We're back to humility. So I'm asking the tree, I'm listening, I'm asking the tree, where is your heart? I want to know where your heart is, because in humans, in animals, birds, reptiles, they all have a heart. And if everything has a heart, and I'm understanding that it may look a little different than what we have here. What we have is two-legged. So I can remember making that tobacco offering, making that tobacco. Hey, I would really love to know where your heart is, to see your heart. So I offered that and went back in prayer. A little time later, this is what I heard. It said, I'm all heart. Every part of the tree, my tree, myself, it's all heart. And everything looks a little different. And I'm like, wow, that's absolutely beautiful. Really brought me to tears. Really just sat there. I even put my hand on it and just said, oh, that's so beautiful. That's so powerful. That's so thank you. What a beautiful lesson in humility it is for the two-legged. We're so busy guarding our heart, it blinds us to everything else. We're so busy protecting that thing. Well, whereas the standing nations are just showing us every day how to live all heart all the time. But I wasn't able to do it without what they said, humility here. Okay, we're going to finish. I want to finish it it's going to take a little while. So, but I couldn't see it without humility. Air is the color of life, the breath of the prayer, the breath of humility, the breath. It's all interrelated, interlaced, interwoven teachings here. And I would have missed this teaching entirely without humility here, without understanding that. Without understanding. So, okay, second sentence. Okay, water is the color of life. So now we're going over again. We're going through that transparency thing. I think there's a theme going on here. The men's wheel, the elements. There's something going on here that humanity really has to grasp. And so again, we're talking about transparency. Again, we're talking about life. Again, we're talking about, again, let's bring in that word humility. We can't do this thing. This two-legged, we can't do it without humility. We cannot do this thing. Humility is the medicine that binds us together. Let's just sit with that a second, water's the thing, water is life, water is life too, I get it, and that's beautiful. Water's life, beautiful. We are made of, 89% water, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Someone's gonna, I know one of you's gonna correct me here, but we're mostly made of water. And let's say this again. The water in our bodies has already been in those of our ancestors. So we are carrying the words, the prayers, the life, the wisdom and humility of our ancestors already within us. We have, been around for thousands and thousands of years. It just cycles through, cycles through. So, again, it's to that place of transparency and listening and humility. You see the same themes are coming up again and again. I think somewhere someone's trying to tell us something here. I don't know, but Water is the color of life. Transparency is the color of life. Again, another theme. Fire, let's go to fire, is the color of the flame within. Let's talk about fire for a second. What a beautiful, beautiful, yeah, what a beautiful spirit fire is. Fire isn't just another thing over there. It's not just inanimate like coffee cup, you know. It's a living, breathing spirit. It is, every fire is a direct descendant from the first fire at the center of the universe. It is the same fire that sparked the life within you and that keeps sparking within you. It is the same flame within that started the center of the universe. So we are all related to that very first fire. How cool is that? The first flash. We have that first. We have that within us right here. If that doesn't spark some beauty inside you, I don't know what will. I'm at a loss. Let's just sit with that for a second. Let's happen to keep that, just like, like if you're having a moment, and you feel disconnected, the thing that connects us again, there's so many beautiful things that connect us all together from the center of the universe, billions and billions of miles away, is the same flame that's within you right now. So I think someone out there, if you're alive today, I think something out there really believes in you, because you are a part of something so beautiful, so spectacular, so wonderful, so beautiful, so powerful. And I think it's our job right now just to remember where we came from, where that spark, where our fire, the eternal fire within, the eternal flame within. How cool is that? I think something out there thinks you're pretty special this morning, just sitting where you are right now. Pretty special. And if no one said they love you today, I love you very much. And every heartbeat, is I think saying the same thing. It's like that love, that love, that love, it's just over and over again. And we have to remember that. We have to just stop getting mired in our differences and start getting involved with all things beautiful. All right. Just kind of sit with that. It's like, what time is it? Actually, we're not doing too bad. It's going to be a long one today. So it's so Earth is the color of the spirit. How about that? The color of creator. I've heard that in circles too. It's kind of like, Earth is, this, I just think the Great Spirit is so big, so beautiful, so powerful. It can't look like a two-legged. It just can't. It just, I don't think two-leggeds are on top of the food chain and the spiritual food chain anyway. I think we're suffering. I think and when we suffer, everything around us suffers. So let's be in that place of humility and just honor all colors. Honor all colors. It's just, if you look out, if you're sitting by a window, look outside the window, and look how many beautiful different hues of green they are. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. The sky, the sun, the colors, the clouds, reflect a different beauty. Reflect on that beauty, the color of the beauty. Just take a look at that. Just take a look at that. And know that same beauty that's out there is the same beauty within you. We are all interconnected. We are all part, that beautiful part of the web of life. That beautiful, powerful, the web of life. The breath of life. The color of life. The flame within. It's all so beautiful and so magical, and that we forget that, once we're in this spot, in this place, it just changes our perspective, but again, we can't do this without humility. We cannot do this. We can't see any of this. We can't see color. We are colorblind without this. We are colorblind when we fail to see the whole, when we fail to see that we are part and connected to the whole. That's why every morning we say, the elders have pounded it into me, saying, look, we have to pray for everybody. That's it, you know. You know, we're not a colonial, religion where we pray in one direction, anything like that. We have to pray in all directions all the time, It opens your doors with the help of the medicine. It opens the doors to all those gifts. It literally unblinds us. It takes the blinders off. I like to live with the blinders off. I like to see all the beauty that's out there. I like to see that. So anyway, let's read this again, but with a new heart, new eyes, new mind, one heart, one mind, one prayer again. Let's read this together. So August 5th, air is the color of humility. Water is the color of life. Fire is the color of the flame within, from the center of the universe. Yeah, universe is a big, big place, and we are a part of that absolute beautiful, that beautiful thing that is life, that began in the first flash, in the beginning, in the center of the universe. Earth is the color of the spirit. How beautiful is that? Earth is the color of the spirit, yeah. You are the color of the spirit. How about that? How powerful is that? Yeah. And because we can do all this, because once we get in this place, that loving place, we can really move and shake the earth. We can change, we can transform. But it's really hard to transform ourselves, the earth, our tribe, our circle, if we can't see all these things, if we can't see through the lens of humility. It's hard to change, it's hard to change, The change comes from when we transform, again, let's go to the butterfly thing. It transforms within, We have to go in, but we can't go within, unless we put the humility glasses on, We have to see everything in that absolute humility in order for us to change. And I know a lot of us are in recovery, and that's what the 12 steps talk about. This is about reoccurring, coming back to that place of humility. So, then we're gonna. Okay, not too bad on time. I thought we were going to go for a couple hours, but we're going to go for 37 minutes. So, okay. So again, if no one said they love you today, I love you very much. And so it's been an absolutely beautiful morning. We're actually going to be right back in about an hour or so. But let's go over a couple of announcements. So tonight we have Zoom healing circles tonight. So men, we have our own healing circle tonight. I'm very excited. We had a beautiful meeting last week. The reason why we have different men's, and I know we can't do this. Together. Sometimes, it's really it's a thing called transference. So the women have to go over here, the men have to go over here. When men and women in the same room, our biology changes. We think differently, we act differently, and that's just it's a clinical term called transference. And so the women the women really need to heal together. So women, where it doesn't matter where you are in the healing process. Sometimes, we need to give to the circle, and sometimes the circle needs to give to us, and that's kind of the ebb and flow. That's kind of how that goes. But the women really need to get together, and the men really need to get to. We have had some really beautiful, powerful men's circles the last couple weeks. So we're really trying to get that going again. I've been traveling, so it's kind of been a little bit out of whack. I was really kind of looking for some. I'm going to talk about this tonight. I'm really looking for someone to kind of take a look at that and kind of hold that space when I'm on the road. So looking for volunteers for that. So also. Again, Wildcard Mondays. So if there's a reading out there that you would like us to cover here, just put it in the feed there, and we will just kind of like a draw the hat type thing. So, also, daily medicine, we have a book giveaway. Sandra Rivers came up with this concept idea, and it's been absolutely beautiful, evolving, growing. If you're on a fixed income, financial difficulties, we understand. If you need a book, we will do our very best. We make no promises to get a book out to you. The only thing that we ask is when you ask for a book, please put what you're going to give back to the circle, so it is full circle. Otherwise, it's just going one way. So please offer something back to the circle. It doesn't look like a lot of things. There's a woman I always talk about. She actually goes to a soup kitchen and helps. I think every Monday or every Friday. I forget what day. But that's exactly what we're looking for. That's so beautiful and so powerful. That's perfect. So. YouTube channel, yes, sorry, I meant to write this down for the show. YouTube channel, we are uploading these morning meditations to my YouTube channel. We are updating. It's a slow process. Well, I'm the process right here, so I've got a lot of things in the fire, but we are updating the the YouTube channel. So please go like and subscribe. There's a lot of different teachings on there, and they're beautiful. So just please like and subscribe all those. Also, and again, back to daily medicine. Also, if you get a daily medicine from Amazon or any other place, please write a review of that. So thank you. That helps. Get the daily medicine out there. So I think that's it. So again, we will be right back in about 45 minutes. We're going to close in the usual way. So please come back for our memorial service for those 215 children. The youngest was found at 3 years old. I couldn't imagine what a 3-year-old did to be murdered. And again, this is not about blame, shame, or guilt. But we are going to talk very, very direct there. So in a very loving way. So let's say some prayers. Please come back. So Facebook Live on this I don't know, station, YouTube, Wayne. I don't know what that is. But so again, it's been an absolutely beautiful, beautiful morning. I love you all. I love you, Maureen. I just love you all. Let's have a really beautiful day. Let's take one or two things that we learned today that help us be a better human. Just one thing that's going to help us be a better human today. Walk a little better. Walk a little lighter today. Let's put that on our hearts, and let's let the standing people ground us in that beautiful, beautiful medicine. once again, thank you very much. Always the final word. This ceremony may end, but the ceremony within you does not end. So let's carry what we've learned here, what we loved here. Let's carry this to all other circle and every part of our life out there. Okay, well, I will see you in about 45 minutes. I love you all. Bye-bye.